What does that even mean, Bowers game?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, and today I'm very excited to check it out. Wits and Wagers from North Star Games. This is for 4 to 20 players. It'll take you about 25 minutes to play. It's free, just 10 plus, and it says it takes 2 minutes to teach. I think that is just about right. And Wits and Wagers is the most award-winning party game in history, as it likes to say on the box, in which you are going to be playing a trivia game where you're not necessarily trying to get the answer right, but trying to bet on who did get the answer right. What am I talking about? Does it live up to the hype? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Alright then, we're going to be showing you how to play Wits and Wagers. First and foremost, we're going to handy dandy rule booklet, and it is really about 2 pages, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples. It should have you up and running in no time at all, and I can teach you how to play the game right now. So in Wits and Wagers, this is going to be a trivia game, but this is a very different kind of trivia game because you're not actually going to get points for answering questions correctly. You're going to get points for wagering on which answers you think are correct. So if you know your answer is correct, then you can go bet big on yours and make a lot of money, but also so can other people. So we'll go over the components, we'll get into the gameplay. First, you're going to get cards, and more cards, trivia cards, and these are on one side are going to have 7 questions. On the back, they're going to have 7 answers, and there are tons of cards in this game, and you're also only going to use 1 question from each of the cards. So you got a lot of questions right there. Next, you're going to have a 30-second sand timer because you have 30 seconds to write down your answer. Most people really aren't going to need that unless you're playing a team version of the game. Each player is going to get one of these dry erase boards and also a marker they will be able to write with their corresponding color, which will also, and you will also get 2 wager chips when you start the game. That will come with colors that obviously match your dry erase board. So how is the game played? It's very simple. You're going to be playing over 7 rounds. So at the beginning of the game, you're just going to grab 7 questions like so. And then you're going to read off the first question on the first card. So what % of U.S. land area does Texas make up? You flip it over the sand timer, and everybody has 30 seconds to write down their answer. Oh, look at there. Magically, we have 4 answers appear. Because we're just going to say we're playing a 4-player game. So how this works is, if you have an even number of answers, you're going to leave the center spot blank. Whereas if you have an odd number of answers, let's just say someone also wrote a 15 right there, then you are going to fill the middle spot up. I wish that was written on the player mat, but honestly, once you know what you're doing, it's pretty simple. Even, leave the middle blank, odd, everything filled up. Also, I do want to mention that there is a smaller than any of the answers spot over here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your wager chips, the very first round of the game, and you're going to place them on anything you want. So you can place one right here, one right here. Maybe you think it's only about 4%, so you might put 1 here, and you know what? We'll go with 1 right there. Other people are going to do the same thing. Somebody might be absolutely sure it's 12% or 13% or 14% because you get all of those answers. And then you are going to reveal. So it is 7.4%, which means this person is going to get paid out. He gets paid out, it says right here, 6 to 1. So he's going to get coins in increments of 6. So he's going to get 6 coins. And now, in addition to his wager chips, he's also going to be able to bet these. So he could bet 7 potentially, or 8 on 1. Everybody collects their board. If you didn't get paid, you just grab your wager chips. Everybody erases off their board, and then you read the second question, question number 2, off of the second card, and rinse, wash, and repeat. Also, if you ever come to a scenario where 2 people have the same answer, let's just say 2 people wrote same answer right here, they both go on 1 spot. So now we would have an even number, so we would actually go like this and leave the blank spot blank. You go until 7 rounds have been completed. At the end of 7 rounds, whoever has the most points in chips is going to be the winner of Wits and Wagers, and that in a nutshell is how the game is played. Alrighty then, Wits and Wagers from North Star Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, the game's not going to be for everybody for a couple different reasons. First big reason, this is a trivia game. Immediate turnoff to some people. This is also a party game, which is going to be a turnoff to some people. Also, this is one of those games where it says it goes up to 20 players, but that's when you join and have teams of players, which is a turnoff to some people. I normally dislike that, but with this game, I don't really mind it so much. So take that one with a grain of salt. Also, with the trivia aspect of the game, they try and fix that by making it so that the person who gets the question correct doesn't actually get points. But they still are going to have a more educated guess on where they should bet their tokens, and they still have a higher percentage chance of winning. But honestly, there's no real way that I think they can fix that, so it's a little bit of a nitpick there. Another con that I have with this game is that a lot of the time it comes down to that very last round, and it's just like somebody's like in third or fourth place. They're just like, I have no chance of winning this unless I take all my chips and I bet big on one thing. And I really hate that, how most of the time it comes down to that last round. And it's not enough to ruin the game for me, but it is something that as I've played the game more and more, it's just like, man, I dislike that aspect a little bit. Any other cons I have with the game, though? No. Moving forward, Wits and Wagers. When I first played it, it was probably about 5 years ago. It was a fantastic party game then. It is a fantastic party game now, and I still recommend and love this game for a lot of different reasons. First and foremost, it says it takes 2 minutes to teach. That is just about right. This is a ridiculously easy game to learn and to teach, which is very good for a party game. It accommodates a large crowd. And I mentioned the sand timer in the middle part. You don't really use the sand timer when you're not playing in teams. When you're playing in teams, I love the aspect of people like, no, I'm pretty sure it's this number. Like, no, that's dumb. It's not that number. I like the negotiation when you're writing down the answers. I don't know why. Another thing I like is the gambling. I love gambling. I used to be a big gambler. I used to go to casinos and I used to play poker like 3, 4, 5, 6 nights out of the week. And I just love gambling. So any game that incorporates gambling is something that I'm going to enjoy. I also like the fact that it has an everyone's wrong spot, the smaller spot where it's just like, no, none of these answers are correct. You can bet there, and it's really good odds, 6-1 odds. So I do like that as well. There's a lot of different questions in the game. As I mentioned, there's tons and tons of cards, and each one has 7 questions, so you're not going to see too many repeat questions, which I like. There's a good variety of questions in the game. And just overall, Wits and Wagers is an incredibly solid party and family game. If you have a larger family, that is. That's 4 players is fine though too. But I feel like it really catches. It's the best when you get to 6 players, I do think. But overall, Wits and Wagers, outstanding party game. If you're in the market for a new party game, be sure to check this one out. It has withstood the test of time, even though it is, almost 10 years old. It is still an absolutely fantastic party game. That is Wits and Wagers from North Star Game, one I cannot recommend enough. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below and in the comments below. Let me know what is your favorite party game. For me personally, it's from the same company, but a different game. It is Say Anything by this same company. And Wits and Wagers actually for a while was my favorite party game of all time. But just when you get to that 7th round and everybody's just like, I'm betting everything on this spot because it's the only chance I have to win, I just dislike that aspect so much that it slowly just soured the game for me. It's still a fantastic game, but now Wits and Wagers is my favorite party game of all time. But let me know in the comments below what is your favorite party game. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.